Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I'd like to talk about how to find spirituality and truth in a chart. And the way that you would do that is the houses that you really want to focus in on in terms of spirituality are going to be called the Moksha Houses. What are the Moksha Houses? They are houses 4, 8, and 12. And any combination of planets that rule these houses connected to these houses. So moksha means spiritual liberation from this world. And that is enlightenment. And that is essentially beyond all else what we are all searching and seeking for. Because as we gain anything in this world, realize that you will lose it. Regardless if it is your life, whether it is your money, your family, your looks, anything, you have to give it up at some point as we pass on or as we age or different times of life that we have to let go. So when we come to a place of no more suffering, and suffering involves the losses of this world, that is when we come to our enlightenment. And the houses that deal with this letting go and understanding and coming to enlightenment, full consciousness of the divine, these will be houses 4, 8, and 12. So the fourth house, these houses are really indigenous to the water signs because the fourth sign is Cancer, the eighth sign is Scorpio, and the 12th sign is Pisces. So how does this relate in terms of consciousness awareness? Because when we talk about the water signs, we're essentially talking about our feelings, our emotions, because these are what water represents. And therefore, what I feel is moksha, spiritual liberation from this world, actually does evolve through our feelings. And many of the saints say it is through detachment that we find moksha. But coming to that point of detachment means we have to go through the essence of feelings. So one of the sayings I use quite often is to heal, you have to feel. So you go through the sense of feeling and knowing to come to the other side of understanding and wisdom. But it all comes through a feeling. Now the fourth house, in essence, is going to be the house that represents our heart, which is in essence relative to the principle of love. And so with the heart being love, this is the true essence of our home. And remember, they say that God resides in your heart. In any religion out there, they will make reference to the kingdom of God is within and the power of the heart energy. And you see the rays in some of the old Christian pictures of the saints. You see rays coming out of their heart. You'll see that in any religion, that the heart is the essence of where the divine resides. Why? Because it deals with love, the principle of love, and that is the essence of divinity. Unconditional love, and that is relative to the fourth house. So the fourth house in astrology is also, in my opinion, the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. And many times it's been determined that it can be the end of life. It's the place of our home, our heart, where we feel secure and comforted and one. And that is in essence why so many sayings are, the home is where the heart is. The home is where we feel secure. And the home is what we revert to when we want to feel secure, away from the world, away from the worries. This is the fourth house. This is the essence of everything that gives us a sense of security, which can be mother, home, but ultimately the oneness with the divine, which is the oneness of the love within the heart that connects us to all that is. That's the fourth house. That's moksha. So when we talk about the fourth house, it is an angular house, a kendra, plus a moksha house, which means it's very, very powerful in terms of healing, which in terms comes to moksha. And that's the energy of love in the heart. When we talk about the eighth house is a very difficult house because it is not of this world. And actually, these moksha houses are not of the physical plane. They can deal with the past. All three of these houses do deal with the past, relative to even past incarnations. But they deal with emotions and deep feelings, which connects us to the one and only, the divine. So the eighth house can deal with major transformations. And what I feel like it deals specifically with would be the eighth house is relative to letting go, because it deals with issues around that we try to control. We want to control things. We want to be able to feel a sense of control. But the fact is, you'll never ever be completely in control. You don't have control of everything here on earth. The divine does. So when you tap into that, then you feel a sense of who you are, because it is beyond this world. It's beyond what you think you are. So that's the eighth house. The eighth house deals with psychic ability. All four of these houses do, because it is in essence what is beyond this physical realm of this world. It's otherworldly. And that's why they deal with moksha. And that's why we have to go through the feeling sense to get to this essence, which is the power of the divine and love. But sometimes we have to let go. Therefore, the eighth house deals with death. The 12th house deals with death. It deals with endings. It is the last and final house that we come to before we let go and transmute into another world. The 12th house deals with things beyond this world, ways that we actually escape this world, which are the many means that the 12th house rules, which can be hospitals, prisons. It can be ashrams. It can be going to the movies. It's ways that we escape this world, but ultimately through the death process. Another, through dreams and sleep. These are all 12th house. But once we leave this world, that is where we become one with all that is. And once again, this is through the feeling and the emotions that we get to that sense of knowingness of all that is and union with all that is. Now, the 9th house is also said as a house of spirituality and truth, which it is, but it deals more with laws, more than the essence of moksha, of letting go and oneness with the divine. The 9th house does deal more with judgment, whereas the 12th house, in both of these houses, are in the natural zodiac ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarius being the 9th signs ruled by Jupiter, Pisces, which is the 12th sign, which is ruled by Jupiter as well. Of course, I'm using the old rulerships. Deals with spirituality, but the 12th house deals with the endings and the merging with the collective unconscious, becoming one with all that is, whereas the 9th house is still caught up in the rules and the regulations, the laws, the religions, whereas the moksha houses are the divine, the union with all that is. And what is that? That's moksha. So if you have planets in these houses, or if you have the rulers of these houses connected to these houses, the ruler of the 12th with the ruler of the 8th, the ruler of the 4th in the 12th, so any combination that connects these houses, this will bring moksha. Many times moksha does come through suffering, because we have to let go of all that is here to experience the true relevance of what moksha truly is. And these houses that deal with suffering, which are 6, 8, and 12, so we're taking in the 6th house as dealing with difficulty do get us beyond a point where we search and seek for something bigger, something far greater than this world can deliver. And that is spiritual liberation from this world. We will all get there one day and alleviate the sufferings of this world. So with that, I'd like to close. If you would like more information about me, you can always go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Or if you would like to learn Vedic astrology, I have a university, University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.